What are you guys' thoughts on shaving your legs as a bloke?
Too much effort.
Never done it.
Don't you grow it back quickly?
You're not that
Yeah.
hairy though, are you? Do you shave your arms too?
Well, he's not
No, I've never
anymore, is
shaved
he?
my arms.
Well, but do you get? I've never shaved.
Say
I
you
don't think I
don't.
have to ever have to
You say
shave a
you
limb.
don't shave your arms?
No.
Do you do anything to them?
No.
You just got no hair on
No,
them.
there's hair there. It's
fuck?
very
Very
fine.
shiny.
Mate,
Even
might
I
as
got more
well.
than ya.
I got more hair on my bum cheeks than that.
That's unfortunate.
What?
It's just checking your arm hairs.
Okay. This podcast got weird real quick.
Because I shaved my legs. It took me like 20 minutes. Pain in the butt.
Yeah, I know. It's like, what are you doing in there? We've gone
Does
for
it
a
feel
while.
good like sitting like sitting down or?
No, if
having a
anything, it feels
shower?
like shit because now my hair gets stuck on the couch.
your
It's a little
hair.
prickly now.
Oh, yeah. That
Oh.
would be the worst thing about it.
Yeah.
Get
It was good
prickly
like the
there.
first night. I hopped in my bed. It felt
Yeah,
nice
for
on my
one
legs.
night, and then
Mm.
then you pay for it.
I just felt like summer's coming around. You know,
I
giving
don't
me
think
a
he
bit of
paid
trip.
for it. It was he did himself.
Paid electricity for the shaver.
Oh,
Electric
yeah.
razor.
Mm.
You paid for the bed.
You guys paid for a quarter each for it. Actually,
You pay for your bed as well.
No, no.
bed came with the house. It's called the floor.
I just have a den.
When are you gonna get a curtain for the den?
I don't know.
It is a cute little den. You could get some curtains there for some privacy
For when you watch your movies.
if you wanted.
Who says privacy? It's privacy.
I think it's broker terminology there.
Privacy. Yogurt.
Yogurt. It's the same as saying yogurt.
Yeah. Privacy. Grow up.
This is the first potty where it's been all four of us.
Yeah,
Like
it
The
actually
dream
is.
team.
Yeah.
The whole squad. All in one shot now.
Yeah.
Look at us.
The sus levels are getting greater every day.
It's good.
I think they're at a good level though.
Mm.
Good bromance level. I think they could go up a little bit more without getting too sus.
Why are you looking at me when you say that, bro?
Just like looking at you.
Oh,
Good to look at.
So what's new?
We got a comp coming up.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's
not
awfully
long now.
soon.
4 weeks, less than 4 weeks. It
4
was
bloody
4 weeks
weeks.
Yeah.
yesterday.
Fuck me.
It's on a Sunday, right?
And I'm still injured.
Sunday.
Third of.
We're
3rd
all
of
injured.
December.
I'm injured.
All fucking injured.
Well,
Except
Blake's
for Blake.
good.
Yeah, no, I'm chilling. I'm
He's
actually
just-
grinding now,
Yeah, he's getting those gains. Planche gains.
bro. I was doing like a high volume thing, and then I was just like, yeah, this is not working, so I'm not.
I see you're doing
Yeah.
weighted now.
I'm doing
Bit of this, bit of that.
yeah.
Definitely good to change up your training style every now and again.
Yeah, it was more just I tried high volume to see how it would go, and it just didn't work. I think so. Now I've gone back to what was,
Do you reckon it wasn't intense enough because you were just doing
no, because I was
lots
like
of lesser
I was like,
intense stuff?
no, because I was training till failure and training till I was sore, so I needed like more rest and stuff. But that's more like that's why I was watching a video yesterday about plyometric training, and then I watched a video on the difference between training for strength and hypertrophy, and the differences in how you should train for those two things. And it kind of resonated with what Valentin said about what was he talking about? He was talking about how he trains every day and he's never sore, he's never tired. So that's like strength training, where you don't actually train your muscles to stress.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like hypertrophy comes directly when you stress the muscle. So you want to train the muscle to the point where it's like completely exhausted and destroyed. And then you get the rebuilding of the muscle, which is what actually grows the muscle in terms of size. But strength is not actually,
From destroying
Not
it.
the same.
yeah, not the same. So yeah, that's why now I'm training. Now I'm going back to how I used to train, which is like more sort of high intensity, lower volume throughout the day. Not really doing like a training session per se.
That was like my training style for a year.
Mm,
Like, that was like my recipe. I would always do it.
yeah.
Like so I'd spend like 2 days of the week actually having long, intense sessions, and then other sessions
Mm,
I might only do like 30, 40 minutes,
yeah.
long rests and stuff like that, and it usually worked pretty well.
Yeah.
But
I think-
today I was like, I had a short period of time to train.
Mm.
So I had an appointment.
Mm.
So I was like, oh, I'll just pump out, short rest, go hard. And I actually put in a sweat. I actually felt really good. Because I actually really sweat when I train. Because
Yeah.
of how long our rest periods are.
So
It
it's
actually
a
felt weird.
bit more high intensity for you today.
Yeah. I had like a mad pump. Like I went in the mirror and I got a bit aroused.
I find it interesting though.
And veins be popping and whatnot.
You know, like strength sports, how powerlifters they'll max out in their training like once every month.
Mm.
But
Oh, like
calisthenics,
hit their like sort
PB.
of test their like
Yeah.
PB.
yeah, test a PB.
Yeah.
But we test every session.
Literally.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause you're
I
injured.
am now. I
Yeah.
am now. That's the difference.
When you're not injured, you test your.
That's
I
the-
every
basically do.
session.
Yeah. I push.
Yeah.
I won't be like, oh, what's my max front lever hold? I'll just do my combos and go for as long as I possibly
If you have
can.
a weight on the barbell, it's almost impossible to not like make it too easy. When you have like say 100 kgs, there's no matter what you do with that barbell and that weight, you can't go
Over effort?
less. You can't over effort. You can't go less than like 5 reps, even if you tried, unless you like pistol squat or something. But then that's involving leverages, which is what calisthenics is about. Unless you change the leverage of an exercise, if you keep a consistent weight, you can't really overload on it to the point where it's like a PR. With calisthenics, because you are changing the effort through leverages, not load, then you can hit a PR every session, and it fucks your CNS, but it's just
CNS?
Central
central nervous system for the people that don't know the acronym. But
Yeah.
calisthenics people, they train very differently. Now, I've had an eye-opening experience because I got a new calisthenics coach. He's called Clement. He explained to me the difference between strength sports and endurance. Now, you'll think that calisthenics would be a strength sport, but what are you really trying to achieve? Are you trying to just max out planche once a month, or are you trying to planche comfortably every single day when you're out on the streets mogging? He says the end goal should just be your end goal should be like having planche as a skill that is the same as walking. You should be so comfortable in it. You should do it every single day. And think of it like you're running a marathon, not prepping for a comp. Because when a powerlifter goes through like a comp phase, they do all these deloads, they do all these accessory exercises, build-ups, periodization,
peaking period.
just to hit that move. But for us, we want to be hitting max all the time comfortably.
Like on demand.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah. It's the interesting thing about it as well, is I don't know.
Yeah, good chat.
Fucking evaded.
Good
I
input.
had the idea, and then Isaac said like 2 extra words, and then the idea just ran away.
Do you guys ever do sprint training? Like, have you ever
Sprint.
run track?
Yeah. I ran a lot in high school.
Yeah.
No, I
when you
actually-
when you aim for speed, because you do long marathons as well. Right?
I have, yeah.
But do you ever like max out, like in speed? Like, because strength is like
Not
how
regularly,
much
no.
effort you can put between point A and B, right? Like between the time frame. Say you want to do 100 meters, you always like max out your sprint training, right?
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
More or less. You'd give it your all each run.
Yeah, you give it all each run, but as you get more tired, you don't decrease that intensity. You just do less laps of
Yeah.
100 meters. That's Clement's thought process behind planche. Like you'd still max out every single day, like a marathon runner,
Just a little
but
bit.
you
So
just
keep doing your 100 meters sprints, but do less of them.
yeah,
And then on the bigger days, do more of them, basically.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, because you're training for 100-meter sprints.
Yeah, you're not training to build up
Specificity.
for one 100 meters.
So this morning you had like a 15-minute session. How many sets you do?
I did like one warm up set and then 2 holds, 1 press attempt failed, and then 2 holds, 1 press attempt. So like altogether, about 6 sets. But I was really just focusing on the time that it took.
And for your warm ups, just to give it that 100%.
Yeah. I mean, I had a hot shower, and right after that, then I just did some light stretching, some leans, priming exercises. Just went straight into it. I felt pretty fresh. I know my body. I've been training for 5 years, so I can tell when I'm ready to hit a set or not.
Are you going to be training mornings regularly now?
Um,
Or is it just when you feel like it?
I just thought I wanted to do more work tonight and like hit a
Yeah.
podcast. So I
Yeah.
don't want to be too tired and low on food before I hit a training session. But yeah, that's just what's new.
Yeah.
New coach.
Yeah, sick one.
Yeah.
New training for Blake. New coach for you. I got nothing. Now, looping back to the competition, who are you guys most excited to see perform?
Jai.
I'm excited for Ethan. Because he always,
Oh, yeah.
it's Ethan.
Ethan's pretty.
But Jai
Just-
as well. Jai's been cooking, I feel like.
Yeah, I just want to see classic freestyle again.
Yeah,
Just-
I'm pretty keen to see the freestyle, to be
Yeah,
honest.
just statics and dynamics combined.
Yeah, he does have both of that.
Trying to think who's going.
Jake.
Joke will be good.
I'm so keen to see Jake.
Yeah. Jake's been cooking, dude.
Bro, how long have you guys known Jake for?
Yeah, coupler.
I met him.
Met him
I met him about a year ago, a little bit more than a year ago.
I met him in real life before I knew him on Instagram. I met him January 2022.
Sydney?
January last year.
I met him at a Sydney event. Sydney.
You
Oh,
met him at
Expo.
Meadowbank.
No, it was,
Oh, Sosby.
yeah, the one
Yeah,
Javier
Swansby.
held.
That was a while ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
last
is
July.
this-
That
this
was
is
last
literally
July.
like-
yeah, I remember
This
that.
is literally me just starting Cali.
Yeah, I remember you and me
how
both
long
went
ago
to
was
there.
that?
That was
over a
last
year
July.
ago.
Last July.
Last July, yeah.
July
that was
6
like
July
early
16.
days Cali.
That's
for
when
me.
we knew no one.
July
Yeah,
16.
I didn't know anyone in the Cali community. I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
do you want to go watch? this event?
Yeah, and we just went.
Why do I remember these dates? July 16.
'Cause you're an encyclopedia, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't known Jake that long. I only met him like early, like not even early this year, like mid this year. The first time I met him was literally just before we moved to Burleigh. The first time I actually met him in person. He came to a Meadowbank. Remember
Oh,
that?
was it the raining one?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. He was only there for like one. And I was like, oh, you're Jake.
He's been to 2 Meadowbanks.
Yeah, but he was
Yeah.
pretty sure he was only there for one in that period
Yeah.
of time.
He does
And-
look like a JK.
Oh, I just knew him, like I'd seen his Instagram, but not that much.
Mm.
But yeah, from then till now, it's crazy what he's done.
I'm also
Yeah.
keen.
Even when we first got here to now, his level is crazy.
I've really noticed he's training with Christov. Like
Paying
the
off.
last couple of months, his form has drastically improved. Just
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Front lever and push.
He works hard as well, man. I see him training. Sometimes I drive past, I see him training all the time. That guy's
Yeah, he does train like
dedicated.
every day.
He's
This is-
dedicated, man. Respect.
It's his passion. He wants nothing more than to do planche.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm also keen for Rice.
Oh, yeah, Rice Lord.
Sad boy.
I thought you were talking about the food for a second.
I'm
But-
sure he eats rice.
But yeah, he's been really in his lover boy vibes, eh?
Sad boy vibes.
E boy.
Good looking bloke though.
Yeah. It's very
Nice.
rizful.
He's cooking like everyone else.
What?
The camera's off.
I was going to say something, but I
Why?
forgot.
Camera 3. Snudge it.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
We can't do it all.
Camera 3.
Nah. The one over there.
Third one.
Far.
Third.
Hot. Warmer. It's just gone. Looks like midnight. Maybe we'll get the cable a little bit.
What button you press?
Having some technical difficulties here. We can't do it all. We train too much. Do you reckon we overtrain?
No.
I think we train a pretty good amount.
No, I think we're good.
I think I train the least out of everyone, to be honest.
Bro, that's the thing though. When you train till failure, it's. I was actually thinking about this before. It's a really interesting dynamic because when you train till failure, I would argue that it's easier to overtrain, but also easier to know, like sort of when you're too sore not to overtrain.
I think
Whereas
I tend to train
when
like
you
that.
train higher intensity, less volume, like I'm training now, it's easier to overtrain in the sense that you're not aware of how much volume you've actually like accumulated throughout a day. Like if I do like a set every like hour or something for a day, then by the end of the day I've actually done like a lot of work. but it doesn't feel like it because I haven't stressed my muscles to the point of like being physically fatigued. So it can be really easy to go past the point where like I'm at risk of injuring myself or overtraining per se.
That's interesting because you're only a 1 year to 1.5 year athlete. My take on failure and all that is, as a beginner, you should take it to failure all the time. Like not every single set, but like experience going to muscular failure all the time. Like ignore technical failure. Just try to get to the point.
Muscular failure.
And I dare say get an injury. I dare say like legit get an injury.
Well, because then you know your limits as well. Once
you know your
hit that.
limits and you know how to manage it.
That's the thing though. I've only been training Cali for a year, but I've been training gym since I was 14. So I've gone to failure for like 6 years.
Well, you failed in the first place by going to the gym.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I
the
was
thing is,
failing
right?
My life.
Fail more in calisthenics because you do gym exercises, you get muscular failure, or you get muscular injuries. In calisthenics, you get like golfers, you get tendonitis, you get impingements. Like my first 3 years of doing calisthenics, and I'm not a health professional, so I don't follow this advice, but literally try to get to the point where you're injured. You need it. You need it. You need it.
Injure yourself.
Like, I'm not even
necessary.
joking. Like,
Well, not really. I didn't like it when I got injured.
Yeah, you're still not liking it.
you don't like
No,
it,
I'm
but you learn. You need. You
Learn
know.
not to fall in the bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you do learn a lot through injuries.
learn a
you learn a lot
lot.
about your body,
Yeah.
muscular imbalances.
You know where your limit is. You know where you lie. You know when you're about to approach an injury. Like for my first like 3-4 years, I've always pushed it to failure. But I found that like the past 1.5 years, I've only been going to technical failure, not mechanical failure. And that's just something that I've learned that I can progress in. And I've learned my limit. So I don't get injured anymore, except when I break my ankle.
Would you consider a broken ankle
Injury?
technical failure or perhaps biomechanical failure?
Technical failure. Technical difficulties.
Or it wouldn't be muscular failure, would you call it skeletal failure?
I think it's just a vitamin deficiency. Should have
Yeah,
had more
yeah.
milk.
Could have had more milk.
Yeah.
I know for me when it comes to training,
Should have had a few more of the Blake's vitamin gummies.
you should have.
Sorry, you were about to
Structural
say?
failure.
Yeah, I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about with my training. I feel like I don't train properly if I'm not sore the next day.
Yeah,
That's the
well,
way
see,
that I feel.
Valentin,
Yeah, I was just about to
Valentin
say.
would attack you for that.
Yeah,
I don't feel that way really at all.
I just feel like I
I'm
didn't
really
train.
sore. I'm really sore the next day. Depends what I do.
I just feel like I didn't train if I wasn't sore. I don't know if that's just the mind that's been built into me from all my
Well,
other
that's-
sports and training.
That's the thing is that's
Maybe
the
that's why I'm injured.
difference- That's the difference between hypertrophy training and strength training. Because, like Valentin said, he would attack you for that mindset because he says
Don't
that
attack me.
he can train every single day and not be sore. And I mean, it would have been interesting to ask him, but I would argue and make the point that it's because he's training for strength, not hypertrophy. So he doesn't push himself. Because the other thing as well, Isaac was saying, like if you want to train for 100-meter sprints, you do 100-meter sprints. You don't start going down to 80, then down to 50, and then whatever. You do 100-meter. And the same thing is like if you're training for full planche or whatever it is. The best way to do it is to train that move, and then if you fail, just rest longer or don't do as many of the actual attempts. So like a version of sort of hypertrophy training where you would be more sore would be if you did like some full planche attempts, then went to advanced tuck, then went to like some push-up like tucks, and then some banded presses and did all of that in one session. It's not to say that it's a good or bad thing. It's just more like sort of akin to hypertrophy style training where you're more likely to be sore the next day. And so your volume goes into actually building muscle rather than building strength specific to that movement. Do you know what I mean? Because all those like tuck movements and stuff, of course they'll transfer to the full move, say if it's planche, but it won't transfer as well as if you just saved all that energy you spend doing the tucks and things like that for a few extra sets and rested a little bit longer and did some extra sets in the full specific movement. You'd get way better strength development for that specific move.
Yep.
That's the
Makes
difference.
sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Well, I am trying to get muscle though, so maybe.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Like this, And the other thing as well is it's good to do both.
So you're
Because-
flat now,
Yeah, I am fat.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it.
Mm.
gained a couple kg.
Couple of.
How's
Not
the
really
body,
liking
how's the
it.
body dysmorphia going?
Pretty good. It makes me want to eat more. No, eat
I'm-
less to be honest. But I need to eat more for a couple more
You
weeks.
still
yeah.
got a six pack though. And
Yeah, but,
veins
like,
popping out of your.
When I sit down, I got a
Everything.
muffin top.
Muffin top.
Like it overhangs my pants. I've never had that before.
Got a toughen mob.
Not used
Imagine
to
what
it.
every other person has if you have that.
I can't. I
I was
couldn't imagine.
thinking about that. Like, because we're here as well, there's only like us to compare ourselves to.
I think we've had this conversation during the week as well.
Man, when you go back to Sydney, holy shit. You're
When
gonna
you just
real-
walk the streets.
Yeah, you guys went to the office. You went to Brisbane and you were complaining.
Don't
Imagine
even
going
get
back
me
to Sydney,
started.
bro.
I've never seen so many obese people in one in one space.
Before Jan Peters
disgraceful.
attacks us again,
Yes.
I'm gonna.
Jan Peters, who's that?
I'm gonna go back to that muscular failure thing. Like the biggest switch that I had in my head when it came to taking things to failure and then also frying your CNS is that when you train for strength, like for planche, compared to when you do like a back routine for calisthenics, you're using a whole new energy system and you're using a whole new rep range and you're doing completely different rest times. Like they're both able to progressively overload, but the other thing is just completely different. Using different postures of your body to reach failure.
Yeah. I think it's also a big mental difference to training as well. You think it quite differently from
Yeah,
just
because
doing
when
your
you
reps and
when you
sets.
do reps and sets, you think with your muscle. When you do planche, you use your brain.
Maybe that's why I can't planche. Why are you laughing?
I can't blanch.
Maybe we need to use the brain more.
My shoulder felt better today.
That's
Oh,
what
you
do for
trained?
conditioning in the
Yeah.
kitchen.
What did you train?
Just
Oh, you just
What?
trained in the
You did
dining
I
conditioning.
room.
literally just did pike push-ups, a couple
Yeah,
of
I saw
handstand
that.
holds, and then front lever pulls.
Yeah, right.
It was mad sesh. Put in a mad
Are
sweat.
you laughing at the table?
And we spilt it again.
Oh man, I'm skating on thin ice. Lucky the cup's empty this time. We had a kerfuffle.
It's actually carpet.
Huh?
You said thin ice. It's actually carpet.
Not skating though either, so don't know what part of it's true. Came out of nowhere that one.
How does it feel having a coach now? How many sessions did you have with him? What, just one?
I've had him for about 4 days, 3 days.
Why'd you get a
Cute.
coach? I've been really curious to ask you this.
What do you mean?
Well, because I haven't actually like spoken to you about
Yeah, you just
doing it.
Oh,
you just appeared one night. And
I don't
you
think
were talking. To
I
him.
just
Oh,
do.
Yeah,
Don't you remember?
Just unplugged my mic.
yeah, yeah.
Like you already
I
get
kind of
tips
had
and
an idea of
tricks
what
from
you'd say, but I
everyone.
also want the listeners to
So
know.
why do you want a specific coach?
Why do I want?
Like when we go train, we get advice from people that
Wait,
can
is
planche
my
and
oh yeah, my
motivate
mic's on.
us.
Yeah,
And give
your
us
mic's
tips
on.
and stuff. What makes you want to get a specific person to give you those tips when I feel like you get them already from everyone?
Well, last podcast with Anthony, we talked about getting a mentor. So I've actually gotten a few mentors, but Clement's just my planche coach, and he's also an awesome guy. But I just want more accountability in my training. I know it's weird to say because some of you guys may think I'm disciplined and I train a lot, and I do, and I have a
true.
really logical mindset when it comes to planche. But for me, it's just not enough. I have to pay money for someone to give me advice.
Do you think it's like improving the quality of your training as well?
Yeah,
Getting more out of each session?
What,
I'm always a beginner. I'm always open to new techniques, new methodologies. So I'm not one that's immune to not receiving advice.
is it too early to ask? And would you recommend, or who would you recommend to get coaching? Like, should anyone that wants to get better at calisthenics get coaching? What's your
No,
is it-
no, definitely not. Get injured.
Isaac just wants to see everyone
Don't-
suffer in calisthenics.
Don't pay for coaches. Don't learn from anyone. Get injured and learn from your mistakes.
Is there a catch somewhere?
Some people would say that's a bad way to
Are you saying
train.
for some people they shouldn't get a coach?
No, so then where's the difference? Because like obviously you're getting coaching now, and there are other people that are getting coaching. So where does it differ? You know what I mean?
So I've only gone a coach recently. I've never had any coaching until
So
now.
it might be too early to ask.
Yeah. I still haven't gotten like immediate results from my coach, but I know it's just something I felt it was like the right time.
Yeah.
I think
I'm not you, so it's hard. Sorry. To
No,
cut
you
off.
go, please.
I'm not you, so it's kind of hard to say this is 100% true. But it seems like it would be a good point to at least think about getting coaching or getting sort of another expert or informed opinion once you get to a point where you feel like you've kind of experienced most of the things that you can. Like you've been doing calisthenics for 5 years now, right?
Yeah.
And you're getting to the point where the complexity of what you're trying to achieve is a lot higher than what most people are trying to achieve in their calisthenics journeys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you're at the sort of entry level and you're trying to learn the basic things, there are so many people around you that can help you. Like you can just reach out to whoever or whatever. But once you get to that kind of elite level where there's less of that available, and you get to a point where you've tried so many different things, it can be really refreshing to get another opinion that kind of gives you new insight. Whether or not it's the right way to do it, there's probably multiple different ways to do it. And this might be saying too much, but I already know, and you already know, that different coaches and different people, especially in the planche thing, have given different recommendations on what's the right way to do it and form and that sort of stuff. It's not necessarily which one's right, but it could just be that it's important to get some refreshment and find out kind of what's right for you in terms of just assessing all options.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I felt like I needed a coach because I was in a unique part of my training where I was progressing a lot, but I was also stuck. So, I mean, I've been making progress pretty consistently the past few months, and I thought I'd just ride the wave. But then also I didn't know where I was really going to go from here.
Yeah.
I think in terms of coming back to who should have a coach, I feel like even if you are a beginner, I think it's still not a bad idea to get a coach. As I think you said earlier, it's somewhat gives you accountability.
What I'm trying to say is, let's put it this way to answer the question and not like speak out of my retarded mind. If you don't get a coach, you're going to get fucking injured. That's
if you do get a coach, you won't get injured.
You won't get injured.
Well, you shouldn't unless the coach is shit.
Yeah. Okay, look. Do you want to get injured or not? For me, because I'm fucking retarded, if I were to do it again, I'd want to get injured. I'd want to
be happy.
I'd want to experience being injured. But if you're that type of person that doesn't want to make mistakes, wants to achieve results as fast as possible, it's no brainer. Get a coach. But for me personally, I like to do things slowly. I like to learn from them. I like to experience pain. But if you want to be coached, like say by me, for example, and you don't want injuries, you want to make fast progress, then go for coaching. Go for coaching.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like to fall on my face and kind of figure it out on my own sometimes. But I've really noticed, like with Jake, his training has drastically improved. I'm sure the same will happen with you. I'd be keen as to get a coach. But I just want to save up for your motorbike.
Yeah. I mean,
What's it like having a bike?
if I could
He's already
ride,
got one. He wants to
if I could ride and had enough demerit points to spend, then I would get a bike as well.
I only got 1 point on my bike.
Spend demerit.
Yeah, I'm getting all
When
point.
Yeah,
buy
points
a
for a
car,
reason.
You're just committing 8 demerit points.
Really?
Yeah, for my bike.
I got to use them up like conservatively.
You don't need that many points.
Yeah.
No,
I can probably
once you commit to buying a motorbike, you just have to instantly, like 8 demerit points down the drain. You just
I
have
got
to
one left.
acknowledge that they're gone.
I got 1 point
in
left on my
Sydney.
bike.
In Sydney, yes, maybe not here. No police anywhere.
That's why I'm taking your bike
You
out.
just got to
mate.
watch
I'll
out for
lose
the
my
trucks,
license.
mate. Please.
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
Not die, eh?
If you had that video, that'd be.
Oh,
Do you have the video?
Nah,
Oh.
I
Have
you
fucking
recorded
my camera wasn't attached. I took it off and I was looking at
Yeah.
the footage. I forgot to put it back on when I went back home.
Oh, right.
I miss dying on the
Yeah,
bike.
right.
Eh?
Yeah.
I feel like it's a very common occurrence.
That was a close one. I felt like I was that chick in The Matrix when she's driving on oncoming traffic and just like weaving through.
Oh yeah.
I felt like I was her.
Would you ever drive into oncoming traffic?
Nah, I usually just stick to the right side, like as in the
flow
left
of
side.
traffic.
Yeah, that
flow of
seems like a good option.
The right side of the left side.
Yeah, the right side is the left side.
Yeah, I said I like to stay on the right side as in the left side.
Yep.
Yeah, righto.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the correct side.
Yeah, that's what I
okay.
mean.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
When are you boys getting your bike license?
As soon as I hit full license and my ankle heals.
Do I reckon?
And you refresh my.
soon.
So maybe next week.
I need to refresh my points. Once
You
I
know,
hit full
you should
license.
get it. You should get it ASAP rather than later. That way,
Ticks
you
over.
just it just ticks it through time. Like
But if he's
when
mature
I-
age,
I
Sorry?
got my L's when I was 18, and I didn't even necessarily care that much. My dad just kept pushing me to do it. He's like, just do the test and don't ride. So I did the test, and then like I rode a little bit here and there, then got my reds, and then I honestly I don't think I touched a bike while on my reds. And then when I hit greens, I was like, oh yeah, I'll buy a bike. I feel like getting I want
Yeah.
my own mode of transport. And then I was thanking my dad for fucking pushing me to get it because I barely even rode when I was on my reds. But by the time I started riding, I was already on my fucking greens because I just got it heaps early.
Yeah, right.
yeah, I had a good
It's a
thing.
good idea
I got
because
my license
otherwise
before I bought a bike.
you'll get serious about riding when you're like on your fucking L's.
Are there left?
Fuck all points
Left-
and shit.
Can't
Left
ever
and
see
right
myself
bikes?
getting that
Nah.
serious about it though.
It's just bikes.
Yeah.
There's manuals.
Like
and then
if I
there's
had my
loser bikes.
license, I'd do it, but
So
Until then,
shall
I'm not.
learn just
It's not that.
on my left foot because I can't
You gotta
take the
use
weight
both
of.
feet.
It's dog-
Can't take
it's
of the weight.
easy to learn.
I can't take much
Right.
weight on this one though.
You don't need to put much weight on it. It goes on your
Oh,
butt
you
'cause
need
you're
to
sitting down.
brake. You don't. Maybe wait till your foot's all good.
Yeah, yeah. You wouldn't be able to-
maybe.
Could depends. It depends if you want to get injured or not. You like to get injured.
Oh,
so-
I'll get fucking injured.
Trust me, it's not good falling off a
It's the
bike.
best way to do it, bro, and then get a coach after.
Get a coach after you get injured. Just tell you how stupid you are.
Yeah, sick one.
Yeah, it's a good chat.
Yeah,
What are your thoughts on bulking for calisthenics, like I am right now?
That's a good question.
What are you guys
Question
thoughts on
is
it? Do you think
good.
it's beneficial? Do you think it's stupid? Or do you think I should just be doing more?
I think John and I both
Different
agree.
training style.
You need a degree of aesthetics.
I'm not doing it for aesthetics. I'm doing it because I think maybe a little bit more muscle will help with my training compared to like weight to strength ratio.
I think that's also important as well.
I'm saying if it's would be beneficial to me, just an extra kilo or two of muscle.
In terms of like pure strength and your ability to do the movements, I don't think it'll make a big difference in the long run.
I just wasted 2
Because-
months.
I think it'll make a big difference in the long run and a negative difference in the short.
Yeah, because I mean, if you put
More
on
muscle, more.
if you put on more muscle, but then you also put on more size at the same time,
So I'm trying to
I
find
don't
that
think it'll be
balance.
positive, but I also don't think it'll be negative.
I think I'm trying to find that balance because like if you're too muscly, you're too heavy. In my opinion, like you want to find that good balance. Then you don't want to be too small where you haven't got enough.
I'm going to use Jake as an example, and it's not the throw shade at Jake, but it's just his journey. Like he's got lots of injuries. Like earlier this year, he had like an imbalance from his body, like I think rotator cuff maybe. He's got forearm pain. He's got elbow pain. Just on his story today, he was icing his wrists. Like that just comes from a lack of foundation. There's no way around it. You just got to do reps and sets and bulk up a bit. Like I haven't had any injuries in planche.
Yeah, I'm trying to bulk up a little bit.
Would you
just
say
for
that's
that.
being? Would you say that's bulking or just conditioning though?
You got to be in a constant surplus to like make good progress in reps and sets.
in terms of hypertrophy or strength.
Like
Okay.
weighted calisthenics. Just to be in a surplus, it's pretty standard knowledge. If you want to
Yeah.
increase your volume and your intensity in weights, you got to be in a surplus.
Yeah, strength is usually, I know definitely in the gym, strength is always more superior when you have
Heavier.
more mass on you or you're in a surplus. But with calisthenics, if you're in a surplus, obviously a little bit more extra weight, so it doesn't make as much of a difference because then you're carrying a bit more weight.
It's like going to the gym, bulking up, but also adding weight to the rack at the same time.
What do you mean?
like bulking in calisthenics is the same as bulking at the gym, and then every time you go to the gym, you put an extra weight on the barbell because you gain weight in calisthenics.
yeah.
And then you're not moving a barbell, you're moving yourself.
Yeah. So when you decrease your weight in calisthenics, not only are you removing your total load amount, which is your body weight, but you're also decreasing the force on the lever. So it's like
Majorly.
it's like
increases a
-5,
bit more.
-10.
Yeah.
But if you add weight in calisthenics for like reps and sets, like weighted calisthenics, like a weighted pull-up, when you increase weight, you increase your capacity to perform, and also the levers for pull-ups are minuscule.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. The leverage isn't
So it's just like
not even in
all of
comparison
them.
it's like
to.
+5 minus 0.5.
Like
Yeah.
my end goal for me is like I may be 2 kilos heavier, but I might be 4 kilos stronger. So overall, I'm 2 kilos stronger
Mm.
comparative to being less.
I don't think bulking is necessarily that important for performance. I think it'd be more important for just having a bigger frame and like having a more aesthetic frame. And
Well, I'm
like,
not aesthetic now. I'm fat.
Well, specificity is key. So if you're bulking,
It's
if
like a
you're,
lean bulk.
yeah. If you're bulking, I think just on its own, it's not that effective for planche per se. But since you do lots of overhead pressing,
Yeah.
you don't act on
Like
the
my
levers as
handstands.
much. Yeah, you don't act on the levers as much. And if you just keep pumping the volume, because when you bulking, you have more of a capacity to train, you get more volume in, then you bulletproof your joints more. Like you
Be nice not to get
work on the
injured.
tendons, and you just, I don't know, have more hypertrophy, which protects your joints and everything. But for planche, if you're going to bulk, you're going to have to take a step back, which is what happened to me when I did like a 7-month period of weighted dips. I had to take a step back from planche. But then after that period of weighted dips, and I haven't got an injury and I can push myself pretty hard without any consequences.
So to summarize, would you say that bulking is counterproductive to leverage-based movements such as front lever and planche,
Yep.
but it's
Temporarily.
productive for less leverage-based movements such as handstand push-ups and pull-ups?
Yeah, in the short term. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the long term, you're looking at increased capacity to train and injury prevention. But in the short term, you're not helping your performances in any way by bulking.
Yeah. That's how I feel. Definitely.
Long term, highly beneficial.
I am stronger in my overpress at the moment by my planche shit.
Who's Ben? What's he got to do with this? You said beneficial. Who the fuck's Ben?
Beneficial. You never heard of him?
Ben's fishing.
Good bloke. Beneficial.
So what are your thoughts on being aesthetic and being strong at calisthenics?
I don't care about being aesthetic at all. Zero fucks.
Me personally, I definitely care about it. I want to have functionality and aesthetics. I want to be well-rounded. I want to look good. I want to feel good. I want to be strong. I want to be that bloke that can do anything. I want to be able to just run fucking 50 kilometers out of nowhere, just spontaneously. But
So you want to be like Captain America?
Yeah. I want to be like Batman,
Yeah. Think about it this way.
Spider-Man.
Planche just looks better when you're more muscular.
I think anything looks better when you're more muscular.
Yeah. It's the cherry on top. I
You
don't
even
think,
sound better when you're muscular.
yeah. I guess.
Sure.
Sorry.
I mean, a nice voice suits a muscular person rather than a nice voice fitting someone that
When
looks
you
like a nerd.
when you come across a muscular man, immediately you just have a little bit more respect for that person, don't you reckon?
I do.
Can you planche without being somewhat muscular?
You can planche without being muscular. Most definitely.
Who?
Depends what your basis of.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It
Muscular
depends what you
is-
define as muscular.
I said like some form of muscularity. That wasn't the exact way I phrased it, but I can't remember.
I don't think I've seen some fairly lean people or skinny people, in my opinion, planche a billion times better than me.
Yeah, but they're still like
They're still muscular.
I wouldn't call
Just-
them
They're
aesthetic.
just skinny.
I wouldn't call them aesthetic.
I'd say it's the cherry on top, not the whole cake.
For me, I don't think it's important, but I do enjoy it. Like I don't want to be too small.
I just trust that if I get good enough at calisthenics, I'm going to look good anyway because I just need to have the muscle to be able to do.
Looking good is just secondary.
Like
to
if I can
us.
full planche, there's just no chance in hell that I look bad.
Because in order to full planche, you got to be somewhat strong.
Like if we, like Isaac said, it's a cherry on top, but I'd rather have the fucking ice cream than just worry about the cherry. You know what I mean? Well, if I got the ice cream, fuck the cherry. I'll just get the cherry later.
Fair.
You know?
So what are your thoughts on training when people train just purely for aesthetics and size?
Disgusting. Grow up.
Grow up.
Well, they are growing up a little bit if you think about it. They're getting a bit. They're growing up in size.
Bloody bodybuilders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, do your own thing, but yeah, me personally,
Yeah, do your own thing.
I want
and keep
functionality.
it that way.
Some of the blokes do look pretty good though.
Mm,
C-Bomb's pretty hot. He just won.
too much.
I just
What can he
see,
do with it, bro? He can't do a handstand. He can't even put his arms above his head.
I just see these weightlifters who will be lifting the same weight just over and over, and they just never progress. But in calisthenics, when do we ever get to a point where we plateau? Like, yeah, it happens occasionally here and there, but in some way, shape, or form, we're always progressing.
Yeah, there's a lot of troughs
Like,
and
it's
peaks.
pretty rare that we'll hit a massive plateau and we're just like that for ages. But it's very regular. It's common that a weightlifter will be benching the same weight for a year, 2 years.
Easier to
more.
feel. It's easier to feel like you're plateauing a lot in weightlifting too, because you are doing the same thing all the fucking time. Like you're never going to bench press and trying a variation or a different progression for bench press. You're just putting different weights on the same movement. You can train 100,000 different ways in calisthenics for the same movement. You know what I mean? Like you can do band assisted, you can do weighted, you can do like the like normal standard progressions, I guess you could call them. There's like so much different stuff.
I feel like in gym training though, there is progressions. Like if you can't do a proper bench press yet, there's exercises to build up to that. Like progressions in a sense.
Yeah, if
like
you
little
can't- if
smaller,
you can't
easier
do it-
exercise
if
that
you can't
get
do
you
a
to the
bench
big one.
press. Who can't do a bench press?
Just put lighter weight on it.
Yeah, but there's other movements to strengthen certain muscles that help with bench press. Like you can
Just
do
put-
smaller
put
flies,
less weight
or
on-
Like
you
what?
can do some pec flies or something on.
Pec flies?
Nah,
before
you
you
just
do a
put less
bench.
weighted and do the same movement.
Yeah.
But
You
you
wanna
can
get-
strengthen.
Can't do that with Cali.
Well, I feel like even when you bench, sometimes you can have certain muscles that are weaker in it. Like you might have bad shoulders, so you train your shoulder to get better at bench press.
Oh yeah,
You get what I mean?
Possibly.
one shoulder's shitter than the other.
Yeah.
Good.
Like you might have a strong lats and tris, but your shoulders are weak in certain movements. So you train that specifically as like a progression, I guess, to get better at the overall movement.
Yeah.
I could just rant about just the whole vibe of aesthetics and gym culture.
Isn't that what a podcast is for?
Yeah.
We were talking about this. Well, we briefly mentioned it last night.
Let's compare the community of calisthenics to the community of bodybuilding.
I want to hear Isaac.
How
talk first.
toxic the bodybuilding community is compared to calisthenics.
Because it's a difference in what it's built on.
You got to admit, calisthenics
Built on.
Someone said
calisthenics
built
has brought us all together,
Mm.
and no one is everyone's so welcoming, so amicable, and so
on. Big word.
yeah, it's a good word,
Nice.
and so just appreciative to each other. Like it doesn't matter if you're a professional and another person's a beginner, you welcome them with open arms and you want to help them improve and
I'll play
progress.
devil's advocate, and I'd say the gym's very friendly though.
No.
I'm sure a lot of gym
In
communities, like a lot of people that actually do love the gym a lot, do see the good side of the community and do welcome everyone into the community.
Right.
Yes,
Ain't
but not
Let's say
no,
this,
ain't
let's say
no
this,
way
wait, wait.
it's close by any stretch of
Yeah.
the imagination. It's
to a
not
degree,
even
yes,
remotely
but,
close.
but not even remotely
Like,
close.
no, I'm
Yeah.
sure there's good aspects of the gym. Don't get me wrong, but it's not even in the same It's not even in the same galaxy as.
Would you
The
say that's
community
also because the gym is a lot bigger than calisthenics in size
Yeah,
wise?
to a degree. I was going to mention that calisthenics is much more niche. So
Like
when you
if
come
calisthenics
across
was a lot
someone,
bigger-
it's a lot more rare, so you appreciate it more.
So you do reckon if calisthenics was a lot bigger, it would be similar to gym culture? Yeah, it might be. Like I'm sure, and maybe in European countries, I know there can be a bit of beef between people when they train.
Yeah, but
It's
everyone
a bit
still
bigger.
trains in like groups, big groups.
It's the genesis of where
You
it's
said- I
from.
thought you were about to say genocide.
It's
That
the
would've been an
genesis
interesting
of
conversation.
it's the genesis of where bodybuilding comes from. Like when you're insecure and you want to get big, then you take on bodybuilding. You come from a place of darkness, whereas calisthenics, you come from a place of just having fun and amplifying life through movement, which is the beauty of it. With gym culture, everyone that's in there, they try to externalize everything. They're trying to take on other people's opinions about their own body. They sit down, they sit down on the machine and they just crank out reps without thinking. They just
Monkey do.
monkey see, monkey do. They sit on that machine and they go until the body can't. Then they just shove food down their gullet or not eat food. Meticulously plan meals and everything. But with calisthenics, most of the time you either do calisthenics like from the get-go, like me, because I just saw something impossible and I want to reach it. And then I actually achieve it. And then it multiplies. There's another move that I also want to chase and I achieve that. It just goes up and up and up. Whereas bodybuilding, you're trying to obtain this goal that is set by people that are enhanced, and you're trying to reach it and reach it and reach it. You never even give yourself like a nugget of dopamine. You're constantly in a state where you're just trying to become something that you can't be. And what's worse, something that you're not in the inside.
True thing. With calisthenics, it's all achievable without any performance enhancers.
Yeah.
I hate that about bloody bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Hate it.
You need to take some substances if you want to get to a high level.
It's not even
do, but
just
you don't need
that.
to do that with
It's
calisthenics.
not even just that. Like, yeah, obviously if you get to the highest level, you have to in bodybuilding to like compete and whatever. But it's not even that. It's like just the ambiguity of it all. I just hate the fact that it's like so prevalent, but it's like some people are and some people aren't. And then like you can't say you are, or you know what I mean? Like you ask people and people don't want to ask. And then if you ask someone, they'll just lie and say they're not, like say they're natural. And then it's like,
Bro, I got accused the other day. First time ever.
That was
Couldn't
funny.
believe it.
First time?
First time, this bloke was like, your deltoids are a little bit too round. This
Well,
was
he said
from
that
a
to me.
This
We were
was from a
chatting
guy
about it.
that was using. This guy was a Hulk. He was a giant. dude.
He was in the past using it. He was off at the time.
Oh no! He said he was on TRT
Oh,
right
okay.
now. He told me I'm on TRT right now.
He was telling me.
Bro,
he
this
showed me
guy
his
had to be in
natural
like
stuff.
130, 140.
He was a big boy.
He was
boy.
huge.
He was
very
dressed as the
muscular
Hulk
too.
Very attractive bloke though.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
he did think
he reckons I've taken SARMs before or something. I
yeah,
was
we're,
like,
we're
"Fuck."
chatting and it was
Thanks,
looking at all
man.
the boys and it was like, yeah, see that bloke over there? He's probably taken something. His shoulders are a bit round or something.
Fucking hell.
And
I
I was
didn't,
like,
I didn't,
"Oh,
I didn't think I
so."
looked that good.
see, you tell someone in calisthenics, oh, you're on something. They just go, oh, thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
But I think
Because
that's
it's just
similar to gym. If someone says they look good and they're on something and they're not,
It's the whole thing. This is my take on bodybuilding. Like, you plan out meals, you eat chicken and rice every single day for like months.
don't we do that?
You train in a gym where you're behind an exercise machine. You just keep repping it out and just boring shit, right? And then you do all that just to step on the stage with the G-string and then flash your muscles, dance, show your ass to the audience, and then eat a donut. Done.
Some people could
There's
say
no fun to it. There's no fun to it.
The donut at the end.
Done.
some people could say
Donut
that about
done.
calithenics. How you just train, and then we perform.
But it's
and then
fun.
That's it.
Calisthenics
Yeah,
is
but
actually
for gym
fun.
people, it is fun for them.
Would
They
you
enjoy it.
say, similar to powerlifting, you train, go through this periodization, go through this rigorous dieting phase to then just get on stage for one night, I don't know, like however long they're on stage, or 15 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it is, probably less, to do a routine, and then they just go back to not looking good anymore. With calisthenics, they're skills you acquire and you have them on demand all the time.
Yeah, look, imagine if social
Calisthenics,
media
you don't
didn't
have that. It's
Imagine
on-
if social media exists. You walk into a room of people and you can't just show the phone. Hey, look, this is my total for powerlifting. I've hit a 300 kg deadlift, a 250 squat, and a 180 kg bench press. Let's just say. With bodybuilding, you can't just show everyone your physique shots. You can't just take your shirt off and flex. Calisthenics, you go into that room, it's more socially appropriate just to pop a handstand on the dance floor.
I could
Or
say
just-
like strongmen are like that, where they're all round when they're pretty much training. They're strong 24/7.
I want to highlight a key difference, I think, that we're not really mentioning. If we talk about like the highest level, then yeah, there's probably a lot of similarities in terms of the culture, in terms of, because if you want to be good at anything, you've got to work hard. You probably need like good support, good community, etc., to get to the highest level, right? bodybuilders, I'm sure all the best bodybuilders in the world have like rigorous training and processes and whatever, and have people that they train with and partners and whatever. Same as calisthenics. You don't get the best at calisthenics unless you have other people who are also at the same or similar level to you to kind of work hard. But for the vast majority of people who just see that, say for bodybuilding, see that and then start going to the gym, not a single person has done that and enjoyed it from the start, seeing it and then going to the gym. Not a single person. And the polar opposite, every single person that sees the elite people doing calisthenics and then goes to a meet or starts calisthenics, loves it. Every single person. It's polar opposite. That's the difference.
I think there is gym people that do love it.
So you're saying as a beginner, if you see someone who's advanced, it inspires you to actually start the sport and continue the sport.
When you actually,
but in bodybuilding, not so.
It's actually fun to watch.
Go to
meet up. Like, it's actually fun to watch, guys. When you go to the gym, you just see everyone headphones in, just pumping iron. You see the physiques, you get jealous.
Bodybuilders that are really good and then go to the gym for the first time and have fun. The first ever time you go to the gym after you see you can't. How can you go see the elite calisthenics people, say you see a comp online or something, right? Go to the meetup, your first ever meetup of calisthenics, and not have fun?
Well, you're judging
It's
it to a
literally a
meetup.
show. It's like a circus.
You're judging it
But
from
we
a
still
calisthenics
cool
meetup
shit.
there to training by yourself in the gym.
How do you go to a beginner's
Comps.
bodybuilding meetup?
Comps.
No,
Both comps.
beginners meetup.
I'm sure there's just gym sessions. There's just a gym class, in my opinion.
Bro, there's nothing like calisthenics.
Yeah,
It's as simple
not
as
even
that.
close.
I'm just playing devil's
Nothing-
advocate, by the way. I
I'm
love
enjoying
calisthenics.
it. I like having someone
No,
to
it's
just.
good.
I'm
No,
just-
I actually
good
like
job.
what you're doing. keep going, bro.
Like some people would say that, I don't know, for example, for a lot of younger people, maybe when they do see that big person on the stage, bodybuilder, and then they do get motivated and they do go to the gym by themselves and they still just do train because
I
they're
did it.
wanting that grind.
I did it for ages.
Did you enjoy that first bit when you were grinding?
Not one fucking bit.
I
Came
did.
to
I enjoyed it.
Came to calisthenics first meetup at Meadowbank. Holy shit, loved it.
I know when
Never
I
looked
did
back.
gym for a little bit, I did enjoy it. The first bit there, I was training.
Oh, it's
Like I was motivated,
It's
but then
di-
I just lost love for it.
yeah.
I enjoyed it until I came to the discovery of calisthenics, and then I realized there was a void that just became filled, and the void was always there, but I just didn't know how to fill it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I did 2 years of calisthenics, stepped foot in the gym, did it for like 6 to 8 months straight. I then did weighted calisthenics in the gym, combined with calisthenics skills before I just moved back to complete calisthenics. I actually enjoyed bodybuilding, getting a physique, which is why I'm more jacked than the regular calisthenics person.
Good looking bloke.
But it just doesn't compare. I got addicted to calisthenics again when I created Metabank. Thanks so much for the boys. Like, it just got me hooked again.
Yeah, that was similar to me. Community is what really brought out my calisthenics. Like for me, I mainly did boxing and AFL prior, and I did calisthenics by myself. And then when I met you guys, I was like, "This is the shit."
I did calisthenics for 3 years by myself, and I never lost motivation. But then it just became overcharged and like fucking brought me beyond happiness when I started training at Metabank with the boys.
I feel like that
Fucking
people
oath.
in the gym though, like when they do get that gym community, when you do go to your local gym, they know everyone. You go in, everyone says hi to everyone, and I feel like it is very camaraderie.
seen
everyone
that.
does bring you
Yeah.
up in
I've
terms
seen
of
that
that.
in different places,
Yeah.
but I just think it's so much less prevalent.
Oh, bro,
How would you
keep talking.
like,
I like what you're saying.
go, what do you want to say?
I just want to listen to you talk.
Oh, I was gonna ask something, but now the train's left the station.
Yeah, right.
We'll bring it back. I was talking about how gym culture, you do go there and at your local gym and people do, everyone does know everyone.
How would all three of you respond to this idea that bodybuilders train to be better than everyone else and calisthenics athletes train to be like the people they see or as good as everyone else?
No, I disagree with that.
Like from the perspective of a beginner, right? You go to a meetup, calisthenics meetup, you start trying the moves that you see people doing so that you can be capable of doing what they do. You get into bodybuilding, you have, like Isaac said, negative
Connotations.
kind of
emotions.
emotions to begin with, generally speaking. You're looking for a way to feed that inside you, and you find that the pursuit of being better than other people and pumping your ego up is the way to do it.
Whether you're working for yourself or you're working for others, the genesis of it is still the same. You're doing it from a place of darkness.
I don't think it's darkness, but maybe they just want to achieve the best that they can achieve, and not necessarily be better than everyone, but they want to be the best form that they can be.
Usually those people play football.
I feel like there are
Usually
plenty of
usually
people
those,
that-
usually those
How many
people
pockets do you have? Because you sent them out of pocket.
usually
shit
those
like
people
20
that want
times
to
today.
achieve, I want to achieve my best version of myself. I want to do this. I want to make myself proud. They go into sports teams and they become like NBA players.
I think
They
a lot of
do,
people
like,
in the gym do go to the gym to
football.
be the best form of themselves, physically and mentally, because it's not an easy thing to do in the gym. Very, very
No,
monotonous.
I think they're all just very sad people.
I know one. I can think
that's pretty
of
full on.
one person I know that is dedicated to going to the gym, and I haven't thought about this long and hard. So maybe there's someone else who's listening that I know and getting really
You don't
cut.
know a lot of people.
But I can think of one person, and it's Brendan Wong, who doesn't apply what we're talking about. But I know a whole bunch of other
That's
people.
because he's a sick cunt.
exactly.
That's the
but-
same with Joey. That's the same with Joey. They're
Yeah.
both
Yeah.
sick cunts.
See, I don't-
Like
well, I don't
Yeah, that's
enjoy
what I
that
mean.
one.
I feel
they're
like
outliers. They
there's
can
a
do
lot
whatever
more-
they can do whatever they want. Like
Yeah.
Jordan and Brendan, they can do CrossFit. Everyone will still like them, and they'll still be good. They'll still be well off because. All right, we can go on that later.
I feel like there's plenty more people like that. We just don't know them because we're not in the gym community.
Well, that's the thing.
Just
though.
wait.
I was in the gym community for so long. I still can't think of people that do that. I can think of so many people.
There's always
who do that with
exceptions to
calisthenics.
everything. There's
So
always-
many.
But that's also
Always
because we do know
exceptions.
everyone in calisthenics.
Just wait till we
It's
roast
Australia.
CrossFit.
Okay, I'm not playing devil's advocate.
Leave
there
that for
on
another.
We're gonna have
joining
bring
you boys on
someone
that
in.
one.
We'll
We'll leave that for another
someone in for
episode.
that one.
Like Amelia did CrossFit, but she's a
Do
sick
I
cunt.
follow her?
Amelia who?
Maybe I should.
Amelia,
Amelia who?
the mod queen.
Amelia who?
Handstand queen.
As long as she doesn't do it now, she's fine.
Yeah, of course, because it's CrossFit.
But I think she knows that none of us like CrossFit.
Yeah.
I think it's well aware. I think she doesn't like it anymore either.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing.
I think it's like a phase people go through.
I reckon-
It's like an MFO's equivalent.
I reckon
Yeah,
if
emo
I was
phase.
to stop training calisthenics and start training CrossFit,
You would have
it'd
no
be
phase.
more shocking than if I was to
Change
What?
gender.
to
Your
go
what?
to change
Trend?
gender. I couldn't even spit it out. Just the thought of it just didn't make any sense in my mind. Transition. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, right.
I reckon if I was to transition to another gender, it'd be less shocking than if I was to change to CrossFit.
I think they should ban. I think they should ban CrossFit. Not a fan of it. Nothing gets me more worked up than seeing a CrossFit person do muscle ups or chin ups with their kipping and shit.
Oh, how bad is the bloody muscle ups, bro? I've seen some people do them down at the park, and I'm.
Did you kick him out?
Oh, that needs to get cut.
That one needs to
Yeah,
go.
that's getting. Well, that whole that's gone.
What do you mean?
If you want to get them out of your system, get them out now because it could just
Caffeine
get cut
be
with the rest
hidden.
of it.
I realise-
Getting hard.
That has to get cut.
Caffeine brings out my retardation, and I love it.
I can tell.
I think it brings out all of our quirks.
I don't think yours needs bringing out. To be honest, it's just out.
I feel like if one person's out, we're all out, especially in this house.
What's out?
Like if one person does something, everyone else jumps on it, even if you're not on it.
Jumps on what?
Jumps.
Jumps on
The
trend.
CrossFit person.
Everything's out and jumps on it.
Oh,
Anyways, would you take steroids?
Nah, never.
But you're on steroids, aren't you?
Thanks, bro.
Your shoulders are a little bit round.
I'd never.
Didn't you take
Would
it
you?
already?
Maybe when I'm like 60.
Oh yeah, like TRT
Yeah.
in my older age, yeah, for sure.
What's it called?
Only if I was
Lacking
actually
test.
Oh yeah,
lacking.
test replacement therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all they're already like really strong old people that don't take steroids because they're just healthy.
Like all the
Yeah.
old
I
Cali
wouldn't
people?
just take it for the sake of taking it. I'd take it if it was like, I was maybe
Deficient.
below average.
Yeah,
and-
I mean, like bodybuilders in general just keep taking TRT because the dieting they do can fuck up your hormones in the long run.
Plus they take too much that the body
so-
stops reducing it.
When you take TRT, then your hormones get thrown out of whack, and then in the future you take it again just to resist the damage that you've already done. So it's like
Do you think in the future
on the
steroids
cycle.
might be a problem in calisthenics?
Nope.
Like how it is in terms of like gymnasts can jump on it?
there's already people that take steroids in calisthenics that compete at a high level.
Are they open about it?
No.
I think that's very similar to gym culture.
Here's the
isn't it?
thing, though. I don't think it's as much of as an issue or as in does. I don't think it makes as big of a difference because if you were to take steroids, it like drastically improve your muscular, like
Well, why don't the
maturity
Olympics banned
and-
it for sprints and stuff?
It doesn't help.
Or gymnastics.
Yeah, but I think for
Doping,
calisthenics, the stress that's on your joints, I think steroids could actually just cause more
Right, yeah, you'd
problems
just
than
fall
benefits.
You'd literally just fall
Yeah,
apart.
because like you could.
steroids won't strengthen your tendons.
There's
Yeah.
certain supplements that could.
Have you seen Daniel Lysons? That guy's definitely on steroids.
That guy's big.
Yeah. But he's so slow. You see him do calisthenics, you do see him do freestyle moves. He just looks tired when he comes off the bar. He just
I'm tired
looks like he's having a miserable time. But he's aesthetic.
Still does it.
Yeah, he can still do it really well for his body weight because he's on probably
Do you know how,
steroids.
how big he is?
No.
Do you reckon he's 90 plus?
He's probably
Big.
he's probably big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seen the cunt?
Probably not short.
He's probably not small.
I've seen him near small people and they were small. He wasn't.
Yeah, that's a good observation.
Steroids just make calisthenics unenjoyable.
I feel like it could get to that point if it does grow big enough. People will see
Should
someone
we, should we
doing
just
a planche.
should we
and-
test it out just to be sure?
I think someone will see someone doing a planche, like I could never do that, and then jump on something to help with that. I feel like it's very similar to that gym culture, which it does get to that level where people think it's unattainable, and they do want to maybe consider it to see if they can, because they don't think they're strong enough or will be strong enough, so they jump on it.
Yeah, I mean, it could be possible, to be honest, thinking about it. But I don't know. I think the difference, one of the key differences at least, is with calisthenics, it's freestyle based. Bodybuilding's not. So there's still the element of creativity and like sort of just raw passion that you need to actually create and innovate in the sport in terms of like what moves you're doing and you know how you're doing them and putting kind of your own spin on different things and whatever. That steroids isn't going to touch that. You know,
I
what
feel
mean?
like-
so you could get on steroids at some point, but I feel like people would be less inclined to in the sport, same as any other sport that's like freestyle based, less inclined to, because there's other factors at play than just looking good.
I think
which is exactly what bodybuilding is only about.
Yeah, but I feel like in calisthenics, people could just say it is very similar to that. You just see a planche, do a front lever, do your pulls and raises, and it would be not very creative in terms of that freestyle aspect of it.
Well, look at it this way. Just because I see like Wing or Dialong do a Maltese doesn't mean I'd want to do a Maltese. I mean,
Yeah, but you're an exception. I'm talking about other people that don't think they could.
It just
necessarily
looks
wanna do it.
painful to do. Just like it's not something I want to even show off every single day. I think I'll rather just do like a planche hold every now and again. But I'll obviously train for it because I'm progressively overloading. But I'm not going to take steroids to get to that level fast. Because yeah, sure, I'm going to progressively overload. But then once I hit that thing and I get bored already, then you just do more reps of stuff. Calisthenics becomes an endurance sport. You don't take steroids to run in a marathon.
People do.
Yeah, but it's calisthenics. It's not
People don't take steroids to run in marathons.
No, I don't think so.
Don't long
People
distance
do.
cyclists.
Have a
Don't.
negative
Wasn't
effect.
there a big cyclist that did a lot of long distance
Yeah, but
cycling
it's
that
not
took steroids?
Lance
It's-
Armstrong.
It's helps with the blood circulation.
EPO,
Yeah. EPO, that's what it is.
erythropoietin.
An enhancement though, doesn't that
Yeah,
give
but
you
it's
a
not
better?
a steroid.
Yeah, no, that's not steroids. That's for like increasing
I'm talking about
blood count,
enhancements
so
in
you-
general.
At a
Hey,
certain
listen here, you advocate of devils.
steroids only help with statics. At a certain point, statics just becomes endurance. Like you
Well, then
just-
what about steroids or enhancements that improve recovery
Do
and
some
performance?
blood doping.
yeah, that that's a
Wouldn't that
different
give an
side.
unfair advantage?
Because
Dud
if you
bloking.
get injured and like you're out, you would be out for like 4 months, then someone would probably dope.
But ones if you're just doing it so you're constantly, like some bodybuilders, they're constantly on their stuff just to repair their muscles as quick as they can and their joints so they can train maximum all the time.
That's the thing though, but people need to be aware that you're just gonna feel shit if you're not on it. Or even if you're on it, you're gonna feel absolutely horrible. That's what's gonna stop people, the side effects. Or you can find out the hard way if you want, but you're gonna have breakouts. You're gonna have to do blood testing every single time. You're gonna have to diet correctly, eat enough so that you're sustaining yourself.
Yeah, and the positive doesn't directly.
Yeah, and look, you're
Translate
doing that just to get planche, and what's gonna come out of it? You're just gonna
Yeah, and then you probably won't even.
you're not
win the
gonna make
comp.
any money. There's no comp for you to win
By the way, we are health experts.
because you also need because that's the thing with calisthenics. You
and
have
this is financial advice.
you have a balance component, and you have a freestyle component. How are steroids going to help you perform better at dynamics?
I feel like that aspect, if someone is willing, I feel like, to jump on it and they're at a higher level, I think they already do have that aspect, but it will just enhance their abilities even further to what they already are, which could make it unattainable for other people that are looking out on it.
Wait, say that again.
Like, say, for example, if a planche god or someone who already is really good at what they do jump on it to get it even stronger, and they already have that freestyle capability, and then they get even stronger, would that make it more unobtainable for normal people that do look at it now as like, I want to get to that level, but it's unobtainable because they already are that 1% of that already is on that extra there to give them that boost.
No, because calisthenics is inviting in the sense that anyone can do it at any level. It's you don't look at people who are the best and then say, oh, I can't do that, so I'm not getting to the sport.
The thing is, calisthenics is skill based. Bodybuilding isn't.
Yeah.
So no matter how much steroids you take, if you don't actually train the skill itself,
Yep.
you're not going to progress.
And
With bodybuilding, that's not the case.
were you watching that video that I was watching? I had it on the TV last night, and it was talking about there was 2 different types for strength training, and I was trying to relate this as closely as I could to calisthenics. There was like basically like muscle activation and then like neuromuscular activation or something along those lines. Basically, like half of especially in calisthenics, half of it is like you said, neuromuscular connection. And steroids won't touch that because it's all about understanding your body and learning how to actually use it.
Well,
Establishing connections.
it's not good to talk about steroids too much because then if we explain different types of them and how they can actually help you, then people will take it. So probably best to stay
I don't
away
think
from
we'd
it.
Don't take steroids.
I don't even think we'd know.
I don't think we even
I
went close to
do- I
condoning
do.
any steroid use there.
I do know some, but I can say for a fact that I don't take steroids.
That was a bit sus.
Just
So
to
do you
make
reckon
it
this guy plays a good advocate of the devil's variety?
Trying to keep it a bit spicy, you know?
yeah,
I
it's
my
good. I
spice.
like it.
Trying to keep it going. But just to quickly touch on that real quickly on what you just said about how calisthenics is a bit more skill-based and strength-based in terms of a sport rather than just all strength like bodybuilding. I would just hush.
Physique.
Yeah.
Hypertrophy.
I'll just hush back on maybe a soccer athlete, for example, taking steroids, or an athlete playing a team sport that does still require very much a lot of skill, but also that physical side to it.
Yeah, I don't really think soccer athletes take steroids.
I'm not saying I'm saying if they did take him, it would give them a physical boost as well as even if they already have the skill, which would still
but
bring them up.
I'm at least not familiar with any instances of any soccer athlete ever taking steroids. I don't doubt that it's probably happened once or twice, but basically at the elite level, it has almost nothing to do with steroids.
Well, it can make you run faster, it can make you kick the ball faster.
Yeah, exactly, but it's just
Levels
like
up all your
running
stats.
faster and
You
running
seem-
faster in soccer has nothing to do with actually being good at it. It's
Seem
the
very
same with calisthenics.
intrigued in steroids.
For me, I'm
Yeah.
playing devil's advocate here.
And your arms are looking very veiny too.
Well, I think running faster and kicking a ball faster is very important for
I
soccer.
think that's
Oh,
a
well, they're somewhat
disadvantage.
important.
If
But
you're kicking a ball harder than you did the day before, that's a problem if you're trying to go for accuracy.
But I feel like at that level, you already have that skill and you're just increasing it.
There is a benefit
Negligible.
in recovery, but then also would you want to deal with that stress?
I feel like when you are considering taking those enhancements, you are willing to. So a lot of people are willing to sacrifice for those things to get better at whatever they're doing. Like bodybuilders, a lot of bodybuilders do advocate that steroids are shit, and you do feel like shit when you're on them, but they still take them. just because you know the consequences doesn't mean you won't take them. You're willing to suffer for those gains. So I feel like even if you do think it's like that.
It's also because the direct consequence of taking steroids in bodybuilding is that you will grow faster and look better as a direct result of taking steroids, which is the direct goal of what you're competing for, is to look better and have bigger muscles. That's the direct consequence of taking steroids.
There's no direct correlation between steroids and performing well in soccer. There's too many variables.
Yeah, same as calisthenics.
And the maintenance for it just to do soccer is not worth it. Eating more, and then you have to do blood tests, and then you have to do all this other preparatory work that is impinging on your ability to mentally prepare. And then just the strength buffs, the differences in strength levels, hormones, your emotions play a big part in testosterone, is like testosterone boosters. You need to keep a level head when you're like on the pitch with testosterone or like any other steroid. It makes your mood go all over the whack, which directly affects your decision-making skills and your ability to work as a team and to tolerate people and to also keep your own emotions in check. If someone barges into you, fouls you, do you just fucking go at them, or do you just keep it cool? Because your hormones fluctuate a lot. Basically become
Sorry?
nothing. Yeah.
Good save.
Now,
Very good
speaking
save.
about being the best at your sport, what do you guys think are the best key factors in training when it does come to calisthenics? Like, what are the key things that you think you should focus on when you are training? Do you think diet's important? Do you think technique's important? Do you think just
For calisthenics, not so
important?
much with diet, as long as you have your basic foundation of getting your protein in.
So what do you think are the key factors when it does come to training calisthenics? Is it just consistency?
Yeah.
Or do you think quality is also important in that?
I can grit.
Like saying grit paper?
Consistency.
I just
Just sand
like
down your
grit,
hands?
being able to push through when it's. Thought I disconnected my mic again. Being able to
touching it.
I just can't help it. Pushing through when it's difficult, because it's hard. It is hard to progress in this sport, and it's so advanced.
So you think maybe your
So-
mental mind state's important?
Yeah, absolutely. You need to be gritty and
Resilient?
resilient and be determined. You can't just. You're not going to progress really at all past beginner level unless you actually take this sport seriously.
You need,
Like, you're just not.
you need consistency. You need to continuously adapt as well, because your level is always changing in calisthenics, and you also want to achieve different things all the time. And some of them may be scary. Some of them might require completely different skill sets, like going from a balanced athlete to a strength athlete, and then to like dynamics. But like consistency is just the most major part, and I'd say adaptability comes second.
What about you, Blake? What do you think is important key factors when it does come to training, Callie?
Music.
Music?
Yeah.
Get you in the zone?
If I didn't absolutely have an undying passion for music, I would never.
You mean when your ears get destroyed every session?
Yeah.
The feeling when the drop hits and you just
And
doing your max set, doing a hectic combo, or you just feel
yeah.
sexy.
Because calisthenics is literally the best.
Orgasm.
It was like created to be done with intense music, because like calisthenics is all about.
I love fucking the bar.
The intense 5 seconds, like maximum intensity 5 second movement. There's no other sport that is like apart from like say powerlifting or something like that. But even then,
I was just about to
it's
say
not. Yeah, I know, because I'm thinking about your
bloody little advocate.
yeah, you little devil over there. But even with powerlifting, it's not about sort of like calisthenics directly translates beautiful strength. It's literally about beauty. Music is exactly the same. You make music for that side of it. So the connection is there. Even in powerlifting, it's like you're doing one lift. Whereas with calisthenics, it's like you're doing a movement that is so complex, involves so much like pre-work.
I think the music really emphasizes the feeling and the achievement that you do get when you do get that hold, you do get that skill that you're trying to do, and the music drops, and you're like,
It crosses over so
This
well.
is it.
It's unbelievable. Because even when I was training at the gym, like I would listen to hardstyle and listen to like music and stuff to G me up. And then like when drops hit, I would like do my set. But man, there's nothing, and I can't even planche yet. There honestly must be nothing like just full planching on that.
Isaac,
drop.
what's that like?
Can't planche yet.
You'd be good enough.
But yeah,
Doesn't feel like walking to me yet. Not that I can walk.
man.
That's true.
You just learned to walk.
There must have
Yeah,
been
I
a
don't think he's
crossover
fully
there at
learnt
some
yet. He's
point.
still learning in the
Because you
process.
couldn't walk for a while, but you could.
I'm still only walking one part of my foot. I can't like press down with weight dispersed to hold the whole foot.
Yeah.
You getting coaching for
You
that?
want to start running with me and Blake?
I want to start running soon once my lat's healed.
I
Bro, you can
randomly
start
got this.
running now, dude.
Nah, because
Randomly
when I
got
like
this
jolt, it
urge.
hurts.
Yeah, but that's just because you're not massaging enough.
I massaged it like 3 times today.
It's been like 3 weeks.
It was a bad injury.
Yeah, but like not that bad.
I can't even pull up.
You didn't tear anything.
I don't know. Maybe I could.
You're
you
healing
didn't.
perfectly well.
Yeah.
Like there's no
It's taking its
there's no
bloody
issue.
time.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
you're healing.
I could flex my lat today. It was pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've been visibly improving
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
slow.
every week.
But you
Snail.
can definitely run now. There's no risk.
Maybe I'll run to the
there's no
fridge
risk
after
of
this.
re-injuring your lat
The
by
broken
running.
fridge.
Hey?
Maybe I'll run to the fridge after this.
I know you will. I know you will.
Remember,
The other day, well, it was actually yesterday, I was at the beach and doing some sprints. Actually felt really good to
You
use my
sprint
legs.
at the beach.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
yeah. Went to the beach, did some running, and ran up a hill and down. Actually felt good to use
Which-
my legs.
Actually,
Up a hill.
I actually wonder who's
Yeah,
the
I was over in
fastest.
Tweed.
Oh,
Who was
Huh?
the fastest in our prime at running?
I reckon I
was
am.
pretty quick.
I was the fastest for sure.
I reckon I
'Cause-
am.
Yeah, because
Sure,
Blake,
Can we have a race?
We got a race.
Are we
we got a
gonna
race.
test
Let's
this?
race. Yeah, yeah.
because
let's
Blake
race.
played
Test it?
soccer and then
I did soccer in AFL.
No, I used,
And
to, I used
Tyler-
to run
Tyler
track.
did
I
touch.
used to do
Sprints a lot.
athletics at
I
school.
didn't do touch. I did
oh,
soccer in AFL.
soccer and AFL, and then Jordan's a marathon runner. I'm also
You never did sprinting though, did you?
Yeah.
I did
Nah.
athletics for like 4 years.
Not really sprinting.
100
I was
meters.
athletics
I'd love
captain,
to,
mate.
but I was like, I'm like naturally athletic at pretty much most
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
look a bit
yeah.
unfit.
sports. I'm just like
Oh,
okay,
I'm
like
keen for this.
team sports are not that.
My favorite thing in the whole world is to smoke someone in a running race, bro.
Let's do it. Let's all have a race.
Well, once I'm healed and once I
Let's all have a race. So
I'm down
I've,
for
so I've been
tomorrow
thinking I
morning.
want to start running.
I can't run yet. I can't sprint yet.
Oh no, but I can go head on.
Oh, you can verse him. I'll verse the winner.
head to
You
head
know.
with Jordan.
Let the losers battle it out first.
Because I've been doing some pistol squats recently and they're just so fucking boring, man. Fucking hate pistol squats. So I was like, if I just do some running, whether it be sprinting or
Sprinting's
running up
so
some
good.
hills and shit, you're pretty.
I want to find some stairs. Stairs are so good.
Sand hills,
They're worse.
Yeah, sandhills are
Sandhills
good
are
too.
so
I
good.
like stairs.
mad spot in Tweed.
Like you push down 10%, you push down 100%, you only get 20% pushing back.
Yeah,
Shit.
I know. I used to do sand.
And you can fucking dive down. It's hectic. It's like, wee.
No, you feel like you're dying.
Like you sprint down, wee.
Dive.
And if you fall, you uneat yourself. Mad fun.
so sometimes I just feel like chucking a side flip. I miss side flipping so much.
On God.
It's just something about side flip. It's just so good.
Nothing beats a double back.
Sending some flips on sand would be pretty sick.
I don't do that. I only do
I
the
miss
water.
flipping actually.
Yeah, I want to go cliff jumping again soon.
Long overdue. My heart
I
rate's
want to
been
get
too
my
low.
Sukis and bigger double
old trick?
backs. Yeah. It's been good chatting though.
Mm.
I don't know how long it's been gone.
Couple of couplers.
He's always the one to ask
Yeah,
that.
that's my job. I clap.
He's the timekeeper.
Did you self-employed?
Oh no, I didn't keep the time. I just
Oh.
ask at the
Is
end.
that a self?
He's the kid. He's the kid in the road trip that
Is
says,
that a
"Oh, we there yet."
self-employment gig?
I guess so.
You said it was your job, but I don't think any of us employed you.
Yeah, get some
Well,
self-employed.
he got us employed.
Guess I'm a sole trader.
Yeah, right. Can you fire yourself?
So also, you guys want to talk about the latest Via Valenti stuff we've been adding, or not yet,
Cracking like a.
to the store or anything?
Oh yeah, that's a good
Talk about that,
point.
or-
We got some
you wanna
more
talk about that
merchandise
stuff,
on the
or-
way.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Or do you want to keep it more?
Socks.
Sponsoring the
Hats.
We've
comp.
already announced we're sponsoring the comp. Via Valenti is sponsoring
The Street
Burly
Workout
Battles?
Australia comp.
what?
Street Workout Australia Burly Battles comp.
Yeah. We're sponsoring Burly Battles. So there's a lot of behind the scenes work going into that, and we're planning a lot. But obviously, there'll be a store at the comp, and yeah, like I said, there's been a lot of work going into the behind the scenes stuff, and we're preparing like sort of a whole range of things with Via Valenti. But we're planning on sponsoring and sort of putting a lot of work into helping boost the comp side of things and get get a bit more sort of money behind it through Via Valenti. So that's one of the main goals. But yeah, we're working hard on that.
Yes, sir.
Trying to get it done. I think it'll be good for the competition. Competition will be good promotion as well as just trying to build community around the Cali stuff. I really can't wait for. I can't wait to have all these freaks of nature all in one bloody suburb, training together and fucking all in one space.
Gold Coast is becoming the hub. Calisthenics.
Yeah.
Hey, we
'cause
got
we're
some
here.
mad athletes here, man.
Yeah,
We've started it.
Yeah.
Didn't you? The Estonian guys.
They goats.
Mm.
Fucking strong. Really strong.
Oh, people don't even know about the Estonians.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
I
they
know we know
wouldn't.
about it.
Unless they're from Estonia.
Well, unless they really
Well, they speak
Alexi
Estonian.
Alexi doesn't know about the Estonians.
Lexi, who's that?
Alexi,
Alexi.
I'm sure he knows something about
Yeah.
Estonians. He's
Oh, yeah,
from
what
Estonia.
Where'd he come from?
Estonia.
Oh, well, then he probably knows about Estonians.
Oh, Alexi's Estonian. Oh,
Miss the Bondi boys. Yes, I do.
Will I see them? I'll see them at the end of this month.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop by Bondi.
oh yeah, I'm
sometime.
gonna be in Sid end of this month as well. Yeah.
I'm beginning of December for Sid. I'm not there this month.
Yeah, I'll be going to Sydney for Elenium and also to go to the reps and sets comp at Meadowbank.
Oh yeah, someone asked me about the other day. I'm not going because I can't do a rep.
Yeah, neither. I'm not going.
I'm not going either because I can't bring myself to be there for more than like 3 days.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to compete.
Oh, you're doing reps. And
Oh
sets?
yeah.
But
It's
isn't
gonna-
that like just before freestyle? The belly battles.
Yeah, but you probably know that I always like get myself completely fucked before resting and then doing comps and then peaking.
Yep.
Yeah, I always destroy myself anyways. So it's good timing. It's 8 days before, which gives me enough
Okay,
time
that's
to
more than
rest.
enough time.
Yep.
More than enough time. Yeah. I really can't wait for it. I'm looking forward to ice bath with everyone as well.
Yeah, just everyone get inside.
Bro, the whole crew.
Like, just it's
like
it would be
20
nice because
people.
like we see everyone online and comment on their stuff and interact.
Do you reckon
with
we're
their
gonna
stuff,
hold
would it
like a few afternoon teas at our place?
be- I reckon
Oh yeah, just on the
It's not
balcony.
like we're far from the bloody bars anyway.
Big balcony.
You get a little
Charcuterie
afternoon
board?
tea on the balcony.
No need. We've got so much.
Yeah,
So
get
much
into the
around
beach,
here,
bro.
bro.
We get
We-
a
I,
house.
I,
Across
just,
the
I,
road
can-
from
I
the
can just imagine like 20 coffee cups just lined up.
I
I
wouldn't
reckon
have
that'd be
that
a
many.
hazard.
Nah, we got the beach. No need.
They just fall into his car.
Doesn't work anyway.
There'll be a good beach session.
Yeah.
Bro, we gotta do a training, like a Cali sesh on the beach. Take the stuff down and like everyone, like on say the Friday that comes on the Sunday, right?
Yeah.
So like on the Friday afternoon,
Yeah.
something like that.
That'd be good fun.
Have an early one.
Imagine
yeah,
everyone
we'll just take-
ice bath. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
You love your ice baths.
I love them, but I hate them.
No,
Friday,
you
but I
love
love
them.
it.
You just love them. Period.
Nah, I like them because
We
I
did
hate
it-
them.
we
I
did
like
it-
them because
We
I hate
did
them.
30
Monday
minutes
beach
straight.
session.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty
yesterday.
good. Someone commented that. A couple
Good
people
work.
commented on that today. when I
Oh,
was-
you
take
put something up?
Nah, when I was in the
Take it.
ice bath today, a couple of people were sitting down. It's like, oh, you guys that did 30 minutes yesterday?
Yeah.
Heard you guys did 30 minutes. I'm like, yeah, we did.
Just
Oh,
feel like
yeah.
a mad dog. Bro, we're actually developing a bit of a rep of P3. We walk in, they know our names now.
Yeah.
Just like,
We're
yeah,
the young
no
blokes,
worries, brother.
apparently. We're the young blokes.
The young
Yeah,
blokes.
young blokes.
Sick.
Yeah, right.
We are young and we are
Oh,
blokes.
you young blokes. See, you did 30 minutes the other day.
Yeah.
Have you met the owner there? Yep.
Paul.
Yeah.
I'm talking to Tyler.
No, I don't think so.
I met him with you.
Did the
bro.
owner-
I didn't.
I'm pretty sure the
I didn't
owner walked in
say,
the
I
other
didn't say
day
I'd
when
met
we
him or
were-
hadn't met him. I just said Paul.
I'm pretty sure Paul walked
Yeah,
in there when
righto.
we were sitting in the hot tubs after the half an hour bit, showing some other blokes around. They
He's
look
con-
like they're professionals.
He's convincing me to do the hyperbaric chamber to increase my
Do they
red
have one?
When the hell has Paul been there? I've been there every time you guys have been. I haven't bloody seen a
Do
Paul.
they have one?
oxygen.
They have one there.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It just increases your red blood cell
Yeah,
count.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just a fully oxygenated room, 100%
I'd-
oxygen.
I'd do
Surplus
it.
of oxygen.
I'd do it.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
How much
Right.
is it? Do you know?
Just breathe there.
Pretty expensive, like $60 a
Yeah.
session.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Do it before comp
sometimes you can stay in there for like 3 hours if no one's booked it.
Ooh.
and just breathe there.
But like, why would you do that for 3 hours?
Meditate.
Breathe, bro.
Read a book.
You know
I
how
need to
like
start reading.
Yeah.
you know what?
Yeah, do it, bro. Reading is. Fucking love
Seeing
reading.
what you guys read makes me want to read.
Bro, I love reading. I learn so
Last
much.
time I read was
learn so
probably
many
like
good words.
a Zach Powers book
So
back in
mind
year
opening.
four.
Oh, Zach Powers, bro.
That was the last time I read a bloody
What
book.
was that?
Read
other-
Way of the Superior Man. Read that first.
I have to steal the book of you guys.
Geronimo Stilton.
Eh?
No.
Percy Jackson.
Good movie.
I read those books.
Yeah, I
You were
couldn't-
talking
I
about Del
can't read.
Toro quest the other day.
Yeah, Del Toro Quest. That was a throwback and a half.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I remember those books being good, but I don't
Yeah,
remember.
they had like those gems on them.
but I don't remember the stories as much.
How old were you guys
just
when
know
you
that
were
it was
reading
good.
children
I
books?
barely remember the story.
Probably children.
How old were you guys when you were reading children's
Were you
books?
children?
When I was a child.
When I was a
Yeah,
child.
that's a good point.
Silly question.
I used to read children's books as well.
Next.
Also when I was a child.
Oh, what a coincidence.
Sounds like something you'd do as a child. Do some children's stuff.
Yeah, some light children's reading
As opposed to
as opposed to I don't know,
Adult
heavy.
stuff.
doing your
reading.
family's
I was
tax
falling
returns.
falling out of trees. Wait, what?
Bro, he said something today and made me cack up. You're on the phone with someone, you get off the phone, and you're like, "Wait, Jordan, do you ever find that like every now and again you get a customer and they've joined forces with two other retards, and it's just three retards which has joined forces to buy property?"
You know, when you said that, I thought about us living in the house, or retards that have joined forces. That's what came to my mind.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Isaac says some funny
This
stuff randomly.
one disabled person has a bright idea of getting a house, and he just gets like 5 others, and they're all trying to jump on the line.
I know these group of people that like one guy wanted to start a podcast and like 3 other blokes joined him.
Yeah, have you seen that meme where they're walking out in handcuffs? First episode of the podcast.
Me and
Yeah.
my mate, when you and the boys wanted to start a podcast, mugshots.
Yeah.
I don't think we're getting mugshots.
Well,
We're good
what would you
boys.
do if you went to jail for 20 years?
Like, what do you think it
Bruh.
would get done for?
Just train Cali all day, every day, bro.
Just planche.
Dead set, bro. Fucking prison would be insane for developing your floor
Free
game,
food.
Yeah.
bro. Literally,
rent.
floor Vic, on fucking
Bro.
tap, bro.
Who would go to jail out of all of us? First? I reckon Jordan would be, to be honest.
Yeah.
I reckon you would end up
You
in jail first. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I don't know if
Isaac
I should take
last.
that as a compliment or not.
I reckon
So,
it'd be on your
Isaac
bike
last.
though. I reckon it'd be on your bike. Yeah, Isaac would be last. I feel like maybe I would be up there.
Bro, imagine
You'd
you're
be second.
imagine you're
Oh, I don't know. I do some sketchy shit. I do some stuff that would get.
imagine you're a prison officer and you're just fucking going for a stroll through the fucking prison, and boom, you just see some. You just walk past a cell and you see some cunt just doing a 1-arm handstand. You're like, oh, that's pretty cool. You just keep walking. Like, what an odd sight that would be.
I don't want to flex about my police record last year, but it was...
Wait, what?
Never mind.
What'd you do last year?
Yeah, but actually, yeah, that's fair.
What
It's
you went to
fucking
prison?
like public nuisance.
Oh, because you were doing
Isaac's a bit of a
Public
sketch
mocking.
McGee.
doing videos in public.
Oh, so maybe Isaac's going to prison first.
Was that when you're doing the TikTok vids?
Nah. No. The one time I was with Jordan at my old high school.
Oh yeah, that's a good video.
And then at Metabank, fucking Officer Joey.
Constable Joey.
Constable Joey, yeah.
That was a good night though.
Yeah.
That was crazy. That was,
That was
like my
probably- that was the
second.
biggest
that was like my
night.
second meetup.
Came at a good
third
time.
meetup. That was
Good time.
crazy.
Oh, that was good fun. That's the
Yeah.
first time I met Joey as well.
Bro, I thought that was like the standard when I rocked up because I'd been to like 2 or 3 meets and they were all like 50 plus people.
That's when
And I
Isaac was pumping
bro, this
Metabank.
shit's crazy.
Yeah, that must have been crazy for you because
It was insane.
you're into the
dude.
rave scene and you probably went to this this location and like, let's go, let's
These are
go.
my people.
They're playing
Literally, bro.
hardstyle.
Yeah.
And then,
And there
Hardstyle.
was like 50
Shirtless
people.
man.
in the
fucking
party.
Chess
chess bra was there.
It wasn't like 10, 15 people. It was like 50 people.
Yeah.
And then the
50,
third-
bruv, it was like 100.
No, well,
It was
no, but
100
even-
combined the whole
Yeah, 'cause
night.
that
That
was
was
the chess bra
the
meetup.
chess bra one,
Yeah,
but
so that was a big
before
one.
that, there were big. There was
Oh,
a couple
yeah.
big ones as
I
well.
was in the parkour guys all there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like I went before chess bra, but then like the third one was the chess bra one, and I was like, oh, right, here we go. We got like celebrities rocking up to these meets and shit. What the hell's going on?
I think we'll talk a bit more about Metabank maybe when we have another guest coming. It'll be a good chat. With
Oh yeah, next podcast
Yeah,
Oh,
next
yeah,
potty.
sick.
with Big Man.
Yeah,
The new CEO of Metabank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
I'm
doing
getting-
very well with it.
I'm getting the
in my
boot again.
opinion.
So good. You don't have to get the boot.
Sit on
Someone
my
else
roll
lap
the
and share
dice.
my mic.
Pass. Hard pass on that.
You can have a mic. I'll share.
Sit on my
will.
lap.
I don't
pass.
mind. I don't mind sharing a mic or getting the boot.
Who's
I'm not
Mike?
fussed.
Why are you sharing him?
Pass him around.
Kind of sus.
On that note, good night.
Oh, you reckon that's it?